Do do do. Let's see how this does. Voice-wise, volume, music. I don't know. Seems alright. Gosh, where was I in this? It has been a while. Oh, here comes somebody. I'm just kind of waiting for people to show up right now. Hey, it's a ship exactly like mine, except a different color. How's it going, buddy? Alright. Forget if I need this stuff. Might as well get it. Man, yeah, I have that kind of amnesia of like playing a game where you can lay out elaborate little strategies and stuff, and then you set it down for a month, and then you come back to it, and that entire exploded view of what you were doing slowly regrows or is brought back from storage in your brain. So yeah, I promise I'll do something a little more interesting than this in a bit. Oh geez, yeah, and all this is ready. Do I wanna do boring farming stuff for y'all? Yeah, sure, let's do it. How's everybody doing? For anybody who's watching right now, this is not going to be one of my level design commentary streams. As you can see, aside from this little bit that I built right here as a base, this game doesn't have level design in a very traditional sense. It's just all grown out of math and player input. For those curious, what I'm doing right now is the update for this game that they did last November adds like crops and farming and stuff. So what I have done here to raise money is I have set up a little farm of the currently most profitable things that I can turn into cash. And it took a decent bit of cash to build this setup up. But yeah, for a little while, like late last year, and then off and on this year, this game has kind of been my chill-out game. You know, like it's a very easy game to just sort of wander around and not be too stressed out about stuff. I mean, sometimes there's stressful stuff. Sometimes some jerks in spaceships harass you, and sometimes some creatures get ornery at you, but, you know, for the most part, everybody's cool. And especially when you're not doing the boring part like I am right now, you can just walk around a cool planet, just sort of wander, see what you can find. But yeah. Alright, let's sell that. I don't think I have any use for that. Oh my god, I'm a fool. I just sold... I just sold the stuff that I was meaning to craft into a lot more money than that. Well, you know what? That's not that important, actually. I would have just been clicking the crafting UI buttons a lot more. So let's just pretend I didn't do that for the time being and carry on. I sold those 2 plants that I had just harvested a bunch of before I had crafted a majority of the fluid or whatever that fetches a lot more money. But it'll all grow back in a bit. I wasted a little bit of money, but who cares? Okay, so what I want to do now is I have been slowly making my way towards the Galactic Hub, which is a place in this game that where a bunch of people have used like the few locator common position in the entire galaxy locating abilities to find like a specific point in space. And a lot of people have gone there and they've started charting that specific region, because the total space of this game is so massive that you can't really chart it all. You can't really, you know, it's just, there's just millions upon millions upon millions of stars and planets and stuff. So let's see here. But this Galactic Hub is a fair distance away from where I started. And so once I realized that this was a thing you could do, I started taking a trip there. And what I'm doing right now, each little jump between stars that you do takes fuel. And so right now I'm trying to find enough material to craft more of this fuel so I can do a bunch of like a bunch of warp jumps that will get me closer to the hub. So I've got 3 of these warp cells here. Oh, I've got the thing on my... Sorry, I've got the stream open on my laptop here. Alright. Yeah, actually, let me open up the stream here and I'll just leave it on mute on my laptop. Anyway, so I think what I'm looking for is I need some iridium, I need plutonium, zinc. Yeah, how would I go about getting that? Alright, well, let's head out here and just find a planet. Go down into that. Okay, and I'm taking off for my freighter here. Whoops. I accidentally got sucked back in there. Alright. Once more. Fly a little ways out from our freighter, and then what kind of planets we got in this system? Where I left off was like a really long ways away from... okay, that has iridium. Probably also has some plutonium and some zinc. I don't know. Are there any interesting points I can go to here? Habitable base, don't care. This is probably hell on the streaming bandwidth. How's my volume? How's my voice volume relative to the game? Where are these ships going? I'm gonna follow you, because maybe you're going to a trading post. And that would probably be handy for me. They're probably not going to a trading post. Or I could follow them for hours and never find... Yeah. So one of the things I'm looking for is Heridium, which typically does show up on the landscape in big ol' blue blocks. Like that is probably copper or gold or something, which I do not need. Whereas, okay, yeah, that's a Heridium deposit. So let me go grab that. Okay, thank you. Chat says I'm good audio-wise. I haven't streamed from Windows in a while, and this game is Windows only, so... Alright, so yeah, I've moved on to what is perhaps yet another boring activity, which is just mining out a bunch of this mineral. Whoa! Hi there. Some sort of creature. Cool, okay. Yeah, this is a neat planet. I feel like a jerk for any... If this is your introduction to this game, I apologize. It's a giant, beautiful, weird game, and there's a lot of stuff you can do. What I'm doing right now is fairly, like, late game, sort of like... when I'm trying to explore a thing that a lot of other people have explored. I'm trying to get to a known region of space. But, yeah, in addition to taking in the cool scenery, you can craft stuff. And I'm trying to craft enough space gas so I can go and jump ahead a bunch of systems. Okay, so I've crafted these. Alright, I need more plutonium at this point. And cool, I do have enough thamium. Now I'm out of thamium. Let me just stash these back in the ship. I'm basically trying to craft, just in the interest of expediency, I'm trying to craft as many warp cells as I can at once, so that then I can jump over to my other ship, which has a higher warp range, and then just get more out of each jump. So, yeah. So what am I really lacking here? I guess I'm lacking plutonium and thamium. I do know how to get more... Plutonium you really do just kind of have to, like, find in... There's planets with more and less of it. But, how far away is that? I don't even know what that is. I just kind of felt compelled to go near it. Whereas thamium you can find a lot of on barren worlds, but I don't think there is a barren world in this system. So maybe we'll jump a bit and try again in the next star system. Just little floating boogers of the good blue stuff. Yeah, da 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 da. Oh, okay. I appear to have mostly tapped this out. Uh-oh. Oh. Hostile creature. Come on, buddy. Be cool. Oh, you're stuck. Oh, geez. Are there... Whoa, there's a lot of these. Okay, that's a lot of creatures. I hope... Please don't all be mad at me. Yeah, I am... Like, I've played this game a lot, and I am genuinely unnerved by how many of those creatures there are. So, why don't we just take off? Yeah, let's just leave for a bit. Let's just leave those creatures to do whatever they're doing. And what is this over here? This looks like just a tiny little outpost. But there's some more Heridium near it, so honestly... I'll land. Yeah, this is clearly a lush planet, which means that there's a lot of life forms, not necessarily a lot of minerals, but they're usually not bad. And just some little outposty things. Don't need first aid. Sure, I'll take the save point. Alright, it's slowly coming back to me what I was doing. Let's see what's over here. You almost always get only, like, very minimal rewards out of these little, like, single-room trailer-type buildings, but... You know, you check them sometimes. Oh, this will be some nanites. Yeah. That's kind of the new currency that they introduced in the March update. Alright, and then there's some Heridium. So let's go get some more of that. I'm like, I've already got a pretty handsome amount of it, but I am just going to hella stockpile it so that I don't have to worry about it later. And yeah, I have like a reasonably well upgraded mining laser that lets me get a lot of Heridium out of this chunk. I'm using the exploit of, like, if you lay off the mouse button and then lay right back on it, then it completely resets your cooldown beam. I don't know if that's intentional or not. If it's a bug, maybe it's one that they left in because they realized that it helped people. It's kind of a weird thing to have to figure out. I don't know. I mean, and maybe it's always been intentional and that's completely the intended behavior. I don't know. They don't tend to talk about like small in detail design stuff in the patch notes for their game. Like they'll have a lot of like tech notes and then they'll talk about new features obviously and bug fixes, but oh yeah, cool. It's probably one reason that I was hanging out on this planet is that the Sentinels are completely passive. They will just let you mine without interrupting you, which is nice. But yeah, like I was saying, I find the lack of detailed design notes, of design point comments in the patch notes for this game, kind of frustrating. Just because what it ends up leading to is I can understand their decision to not have to justify every single small design choice that they make, because they're, you know, some very nasty people gave the developers of this game like a very hard time when it was released, and that's not cool. You know, I mean, like just out and out like hostility, harassment, you know, just unconstructive feedback in addition to, you know, some constructive feedback. So I can understand them not wanting to give too much ammo to the micro, you know, because I don't know, I just remember reading patch notes for MMOs back in the day, and they would always like start these flame wars where people are like, I can't believe you just nerfed my favorite class and stuff. So there's definitely some damned if you do, damned if you don't there. But one of the ill effects of not having like detailed design notes, design stuff in patch notes, is that it leads to a lot of misinformation about the game. Like when players are talking tactics and about the best way to do something, a lot of times, you know, some of them will be basing their info on like a few patches ago, and that's the last time that they played through that part of the game or tried to do that thing. And they just don't know that the situation has changed, so they're actively disseminating information that's no longer correct, not through any fault of their own, other than just, you know, not staying abreast of like the latest invisible. And every new patch that comes out, like everybody kind of has to discover like what's been changed, and so that information propagates very slowly and imperfectly. So I don't know, like I would be more scared to do that than to be creating flame wars about design particulars. Other stuff where you're worried about your community management or something, I can't really say. I don't know. Yeah, like I don't want to have. That is a job that I never want to have ever. So anybody who is doing that, I definitely don't want a Monday morning quarterback. Yeah. Okay, so I now have a whole bunch of Heridium. Does that let me juice up any of the existing stuff I have? Yeah, I probably overdid it, but who cares? I've got storage. And I've got a decent amount of zinc. So yeah, what I should really do here is I should jump. Just turning off my screensaver on my laptop here. Yeah, I should jump to a new star system. Let me grab this zinc. Might as well grab my other crafting ingredients as well. Yeah, okay, and now let's toss this in my other ship. So to explain what I'm doing here, that is the ship that I was using for a long time, like prior to the big 2 November and March updates. And it's a good all-around ship, and it has like a decent capacity and stuff. I mean, for my level in the game, I guess. And then they added the ability to own multiple ships and keep them in your hangar. And so what I've been doing is I found this fighter ship that doesn't have that many slots, but it has like a nice bonus to its hyperdrive range. Yeah, like that yellow is just like the extra boost that you get. So that's like a pretty respectable hyperdrive range. And because I'm aiming to cover long distances, just make as much distance as possible to get free with each jump to get to the hub. Yeah, I bought this ship and sort of fitted it out just to do hyperspace jumps with. So let me do just that now. So I'll jump over to here and I'll recharge my hyperdrive, and then I'll fly out. And because the ship is like relatively weak in just about every other respect, but it has a dandy hyperdrive range, and so I'm going to go to the galaxy map and do my jump in that, and then once we end up in a new system, I'll switch back to my other ship. Okay, so my location, in a little bit, I'll maybe like tab over to my web browser and show you like where I am relative to the Galactic Hub, because there is just like a big galaxy map, and I'm here, and the hub is here. And right now it's telling me the cool little web app that this community person built tells me that I need to like turn 54 degrees to the left to be moving towards the hub. So I'm going to try to just guesstimate that. You sort of develop a feel for it over time. And then I'm going to fly ahead on the galaxy map and just see how far I can get here. Let's see. Okay, it says I can go that far. Let's keep going. This might be stretching it. Yes, okay, by a pretty big amount. And I don't really know of a better way to do this. Okay, and that's also too far to jump. And I'm really just looking for a system that seems like roughly, you know, I guess I'd prefer, if I'm going to do a mining run, I guess I would prefer one that has more planets in it rather than less. 2 planets, 1 moon. 4 planets, 2 moons. Okay, yeah, that seems fine, and it's just about on the edge of my range, so. Okay, and now we're doing a jump. And who knows what kind of system we'll end up in. It's a cool looking planet. Oh, I like the teal sky. That's neato. Okay, now I'm going to call in my freighter and dock with it just to... Whoa! I think I overshot the little... Oh, come on. Oh, come on. What's going on here? Yeah, sometimes like the magnetic tug exerted by the Jeez, what's going on? Sometimes the magnetic tug exerted by a docking thingy, by the little, by that thing that you fly into, is a little intense. And yeah, I guess, yeah, that. Well, I was trying to get sucked into the magnetic pull of the docking port, but when you're not aligned with it well, then you'll, whoa, hi there. Yeah, I guess I could talk to this person and just see what they're selling. What are you buying? Yeah, I mean, I guess I could get their plutonium, since I am short on that stuff. You have thamium, cool. I'll buy that. Yeah, basically I'm just buying the stuff that goes into warp cells, so I can make as many of those. That's definitely a bad price for that stuff, but I don't really care. So much of like the commodity prices here like don't matter. Like you have enough money, and so it doesn't really matter if you're paying more for. All right, yeah. Sometimes I check to see what kind of ship they're selling, just in case I want to swap it out. Okay, yeah. So that starship, I deliberately keep very little in. And now I'm going to switch over to this. Back to my primary ship. Yeah, okay. Can I craft anything else? Okay, so what I'm really hurting for now is plutonium. And yeah, I still don't have enough thamium. Alright, so what we'll do there is... let's try and find a good planet for plutonium and thamium. And if I can make a big score of that... that's a cool looking planet. Gold, copper, and iridium. That might be a lush world, which we don't particularly care about. I think barren worlds don't have any visible cloud cover. Fervidium, gold, nickel, iridium. Okay, that's a hot planet. Don't really care about that. Timerium, that's a toxic planet, I think. Albumin, pearl, fervidium. Okay, that might be like an extreme heat world, like with extreme sentinels or something. Don't really care about that. And this said it had 4 planets and 2 moons, was it? Yeah, I don't like that you have to jump out to the star map to just check this, you know, like how many planets and how many moons. Okay, 4 planets and 2 moons. Alright, so that's one of the planets. That is not... that's one of the moons, but that is not. Okay. Okay, so there's a tiny one over here. Did I get that one? Yes, okay. Okay, so that's the other moon of this planet. So those are the 2 moons, and I've seen 2 planets. That's the station. Yeah, let's fly past our freighter here. Just get a clear view of this planet. Spidonium, gold, nickel, iridium. Spidonium is like a deserty planet, kind of barren, but not really barren. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then... is there a planet I'm missing here? Or no, it's probably that, yeah. I think there's another planet on the far side here, so... let's pulse travel over to the far side so we can see it. Okay. It's some sort of blue planet. Aluminum, iridium, and heridium. Some sort of purple crystals floating out in space. Let's see what those are. Iridium. Don't especially care about it, but I don't know. Should we go here? I don't know. I'm almost curious. Yeah, and this will take a while, but who cares? See how many people are in the chat right now. Thank you for joining me, by the way. This is a little different from what I usually do, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to. I don't know. It had been a while since I'd played this game. I was out of town lately and had been kind of missing it, thinking about exploring space. So just thought I would stream this. So I needed, like, I was trying to do something in Z-Doom, and it wasn't really working, and I was frustrated, so I kind of wanted a little break for a bit. So I just figured I'd fly off into space. Yeah, this game has this interesting, weird downtime built into it, you know? Like, sometimes it just takes a while to travel to certain places. And I think that's mostly intentional. But yeah, it means that there's like a really different pace of play. My guess is that this is a lush world. That is my guess. That looks like a little supply depot thing. Yep, this definitely looks like a lush world. Seeing a lot of trees, bright colors. So there is quite likely a bunch of creatures that want to tear my head off down on the ground. Or maybe not, I don't know. Weather, drizzle, sentinels regular. Actually, yeah, this all seems perfectly acceptable and peaceful. Yeah. Yeah, I love some of the color schemes that this game serves up. I think they did a good job of figuring out how to still have art direction in a game with procedural content. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was going to go and... Yeah, that's right. I was just... Whoops. Oh, totally didn't mean to do that. I was just cashing in my previous discoveries here. Alright, that looks like some thamium. Alright, that's cool. Let's scan. Let's see what we can scan. Yeah, I mean, you can do just fine, like just scrounging, like just scanning and finding random bits of important stuff in the landscape. I just don't like, I'd rather find a planet where they exist in great abundance. Just do that. But it didn't look like there was a high thamium planet. Whoa! I just walked right off that cliff. Thank goodness for jetpacks. And yeah, this is a bunch of like antrium, which is normally useful for crafting a bunch of stuff, but don't really care about it right now. Sure, I'll have platinum. So plutonium definitely helps, though. Alright, let's see what all I can craft here. Okay, cool. I can do one cell. Chuck that back in the thing. Alright, yeah. Cool. Yeah. Let's go in this building. See what this is. Okay, it's intact. There might be some... There's probably not somebody living in it. I think if there's somebody living in it, then they usually like greet you right as you come in the door here. Oh, it's one of these incredibly simple number puzzles. Yeah. You just find the next thing in the sequence, rotate it around. And it tells me about a new place that I don't necessarily care about, but we'll see. Some sort of ruin. Ruins just teach you more language and increase your standing with aliens, and I've already like gotten those like pretty arbitrarily high, so I don't really care about that anymore, but that's fine. And then there's just plants in here. You can get carbon from them. Carbon's fine, but I don't really need anymore. Okay, yeah, where to next? It's a nice thick chunk of plutonium, so I'll have that. Delicious. One of my favorite visual things about this game is that the color scheme for a planet like changes between night and day, and like so all that purple grass that we were seeing as we came in, and like then the sun went down, and now it's like bluish. And there's something about that that feels just kind of like plausible to me. Like, I don't know. It also just serves up more interesting colors, and if you spend time on a planet, you get to know its color cycles, and I think that's neat. That's an aggressive plant. I hate them. Yeah, I don't know. Anything else cool here? Whoa, this is like a surprisingly barren patch. Super lush down there, and it's all just kind of barren up here. What is this? Oh, it's iridium. I guess I got some of that out in space, but... Themium, I will always take. What is this? Yeah, sure, let's go on a little adventure here. Let's just see what this little point of interest over here is. Okay, there's just more and more stuff here. Aluminum. Ow. Sometimes you jetpack and you hurt yourself. Life lessons from No Man's Sky. Wait, did I get turned around here? I think I did. Or wait, no, is that just the... No, that was the point of interest I was moving to. No, maybe not. No, I'm completely confused now. Oh well. What about that? No. Okay, there's just a ton of points of interest here, and yeah. I do like the way that the cave entrances work sometimes here. It's almost like a monster with like a tree hat or something. Its maw is rising up to devour something. I love it. Some sort of baked potato rock with extra cheese. Yeah, let's go check out this plaque here. Alright, cool. And we're in a Korvax system, so this is going to tell us about the Korvax lore. Alright. That's some lore. That's a lore dump right there. That seems like a useful word. Okay, so like, this must have been the point of interest I was heading to, right? It was a question mark, and then it just turned into this thing once I got close enough to it. That must be what's happened. Okay, do I want to go further away from my ship towards one of these random places? Yeah, you know what? Sure. Sure, fine. I'll do that. Just because I want to keep things entertaining for stream viewers. And now this grass is kind of taking on like a teal. It's like teal and blue mixed together, kind of. I like that. It'd be lovely if I ran across some more plutonium right now. Or thamium. There we go. Yeah, on planets where it's not like thick as anything, thamium does tend to be like more spread out, whereas plutonium comes in like comes in clusters of those red crystals. What is this? I already have plenty of iridium. I ate my fill. Whoa, okay, cool. This is just a monument standing on a cool little feature sticking up above a plane here. That must be aluminum. And I like how this iridium nugget is just like got stuck on a post here, so it's like an egg on a stick or something. You know, the classic carnival food, egg on a stick. The equation of eternal enlightenment. The programmer's dream. Mark Zuckerberg's dream. Alright. Yeah, this seems like the kind of planet where maybe all I'm going to find are ruins and very occasional shelters, so I don't feel as incentivized to explore right now. I could still use... When everything is so blue like this, it's actually harder to spot plutonium chunks, which is interesting. Is that thamium? Alright, let's head back to the ship. This hasn't been like a super profitable little trip down to the planet or anything, but they don't all have to be. Oh, should I turn on my... okay, yeah, that... Just turn on my flashlight, my torch. Definitely helps you find local... like, what color something is very close to you. Sun's coming up. Wow, yeah, that's beautiful. We must be in a red star system, because that looks like rubium, which only occurs in red star systems. See, now I'm curious. Also, I see plutonium. Oh no, that's iridium. Okay. That's fine. I don't really need this or anything, so I'm not going to do like a full-on drilling run for it. Alright, let's head back here. I see a goodie box. Oh, these have plutonium. That's always nice. Cool. I wish you could scan ships from the ground. I don't even know what information it would... What is hurting me? It's not my life support, is it? What's going on? Something was, like, attacking me or something. Weird. Alright, whatever. Yeah, can I put my dinky amount of iridium back in the ship? Okay, so yeah, I really need thamium right now. Yeah, my plutonium reserves are pretty decent. I could get like a fair amount of stuff out of that. So yeah, I really do now just want to find... I really do just want to find one of those barren planets that has a bunch of thamium on it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump to the next system. And then just jump again and see if I can... get one of those. It's possible that there's like a rhyme or reason to where barren planets with lots of thamium appear. That would be cool information. Like you would have to be able to spot them from the star map, I guess. But that would be cool to know. Yeah, one thing about this game is that, like, I never know how much, like, I feel like there's a lot of things in this game that I now completely take for granted and just sort of know that you actually wouldn't know that I was only able to figure out or read from somewhere, kind of by chance, or, I don't know, that, like... yeah, knowing that the barren planets have thamium. I mean, you just kind of have to stumble onto it. And I think that's an interesting design model, you know, where they're like, you know, you can definitely write a FAQ for this game because there are certain things that are always true, but the way that those things are presented to you within the game. Hold on here, I'm doing some admin. The way those things are presented to you in the game, you're not told them explicitly. You're told plenty of things in this game explicitly, like they, you know, tutorialize and all that kind of normal video game stuff. But other things, they're just like, figure it out. It's for advanced players or just people who pay attention. Yeah, okay. All right, cool. Yeah, let's just do another jump here. All right. Okay, let's head closer to the hub. It's very inexact the way that I'm doing this. The reason that I'm doing this to get to the hub is that you can't set waypoints for star systems you haven't been to yet. So, you know, for a place that's like really far away, you just kind of have to, yeah, I mean, use, I don't know, Dead Reckoning, is that the term for it? Still too far. Maybe not too far out here. Boo. Well, fine then. Alright, that seems good. And after another couple of jumps here, I definitely will pop back out and check my overall coordinates relative to the Galactic Hub, because the website and stuff where you can check that is pretty cool. All right. My explorer ship that I use for jumps is so under-equipped for combat that I don't even like just trying out planets or just sitting out here in space. I just assume that if at any point I get jumped, I'm just gonna like pay dearly for it. Spidonium. Just trying to get out of range of my freighter here. What do you have? Aluminum, nickel, iridium. No, I don't want to worry about a distress signal. Oh, jeez. I don't want to participate in this conflict. Ah, jeez. There's like multiple freighters hanging around. Oh, well, then I guess that's my freighter. How about this planet? Okay. Okay. Corizagen, that means it's an ice world. Already scanned this one. Yeah, I'm really not sure which one of these to go with. Gold, iridium, iridium. That seems like it has a high likelihood of being exactly like the last planet we came from. So let me, let's see, and it says it has one moon. Which one of these is the moon? Because moons, I think, maybe have more, okay, that's a big one. Is this a moon? No. That's not a moon. That's the station. Well, then where's the moon here? Like, let's see. This... Oh, oh, oh. Oh, it's a tiny little planet. I see. Alright, well, let's check that one out. That is an itsy-bitsy little planet. And I'm probably going to hit the atmosphere for this. Yep. Yep. That little planet was so tiny. It was easily lost in another planet. Okay, I'm not hallucinating that, right? Yeah, okay, alright. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we're just looking like right down the barrel at it. Just recharging my technology here, like you do. Yeah, like, I have no idea if this planet is, you know, at all suitable. It doesn't look like it... Okay, yeah, maybe that is cloud cover. Yeah, I got nothing. It's pretty colorful. So yeah, maybe it's a tiny, lush moon. I don't know. It looks like it could be water. Yeah, that is water. Yeah, okay, it's a tiny, lush moon. That's fine. Or maybe not exactly lush. I mean, I don't know, it's got trees. Oh, I missed what the little readout of like sentinels hostile, etc. Okay. Sentinel's typical, fauna non-existent. Okay, so yeah, it's a plant world. That's cool. Is there anything delicious here? Alright, we'll just keep getting that plutonium. Get more of that thamium. Pretty peaceful here. Not a whole lot going on. There's a reasonable density of thamium. Cool. Let's craft. Yeah, see, this is another reason I'm after the big scores of thamium, is because, like, you know, you find like 3 plants in a row there, and you're like, sweet, now I have thamium, but actually it just lets you craft like 1 warp cell or something. Sun's going down. Where are you going, buddy? To the store. Always to the store. Scanner recharging. Yeah, just not coming up with much for that thamium, huh? That's fine. It's fine. I like this feature. Yeah, sometimes things stick out at weird angles. Just gonna like run up this. Not that I think there will be anything at the top, but... Cool. Wow, yeah, these are interesting land features here. Cool. Fairly cool, chill planet. I'll give it a good review. A little, how deep is this? Okay. Yeah, this is like starting to be a cave system, but isn't actually. Some scratch plutonium. And there's a little goodie drop on the edge of it. Alright, back to the ship. And then there was like a little cache right here that I missed. Okay. We got some trade goods that are starting to stack up here. Yeah, I just continue to really want thamium. That's all there is to it. Ow. Bumped into something. Okay, so yeah, now that I'm further away from all these other planets, I can see a little, I can peruse them a little more easily. Alright, and then there was the really big planet that this was a moon of. Corey's agent. Okay, so that's a big ass ice world. Yeah. Yeah, none of those other planets are too exciting to me, so I'm just gonna switch back to my ship. Switch back to my jump ship and try another system. Whoa. Oh man, my laptop battery is running low. Let me go get the adapter for that. Be right back. Okay. Okay, yeah, what did I get here? I've got a bunch of things to sell. Yeah, maybe I should just dump this stuff into my inventory and just run up and sell it real quick. Yep, I'm gonna do that. There's this little trick that I do, yeah, like, you can skip past a whole bunch of stair climbing by just going straight up to the little walkway that your base is on here. But it's sort of an odd little move. Okay, is there anything I can stash in my normal, like, mineral stash here? Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Is it telling me to do anything here? No. Nope, I have completely maxed everything. Alright, so like let's get rid of these, and this. Yeah. Oh, boo. Alright, well, so long as I'm here and it has regrown, I'm going to do a big boring harvest and craft run. So for those who didn't see me doing this the first time, you can build a base on your freighter, and you can farm different plants. So what I've done here is I have set up a farm of the 2 plants that you can craft into the currently, as of the last patch, highest value trade item. So that you can basically farm money. And you can make a good few million in one harvest here. So that's what I'm doing now. I apologize that it is repetitive and boring. But this is how I am saving up for a big ol' ship. Alright. Oh, and then there's like, I think I've got 2 over here. Yep. Okay. And I'm going to craft all this jazz into insulating gel. Or as the UI voice calls it, cronuts. I just really hear cronut constructed when you craft something. I can't help it. Alright, and this time I'm not going to sell my crafting stuff. Alright, I'm starting off with like 36.7 or 8 million here. Gonna do more crafting. I'm just basically crafting until I don't have any of the source plants yet left. And yeah, there's not an easier way to do this in the UI. It is unfortunate. You know, I'll be curious here as to if I have how much of a surplus of one or the other that I have. I think the harvest that you get from each plant that you interact with gives you a certain yield, and that is randomly determined. Okay. Yeah, so I've got more Temurium than Spidonium left over. Oh well, don't care. I'm not going to sweat those details. Okay, and so at the end of that, I now have like 3.8, so that's like a little under 2 million, I guess, for that little bit. Yeah, so that ain't bad. All right. And I freed up my inventory some. So let's do another jump here and see if we can find a system with a barren world. I would love that. Just gas up here. Go to our star map. I think next system I get to, I will actually try to I'll plant a beacon and see where I am in relation to the hub, and show you all how that works. How's this? Too far. How about this? Barely too far. Yeah. A couple of pixels too far. One planet, no thanks. 4 planets, 2 moons, sure. Okay. Let's go out and see what we can find. Emerald, copper, iridium. It's got clouds, so it's probably, and it's not a moon, so it's probably not a barren world. Resource deposit detected. Miriam, eh. Why are my shots just going straight through this? That's a cool looking freighter fleet. It looks like weird little weird. I just heard the weirdest noise and I couldn't tell if it was like from within the game or outside. Yeah, these little ships look sort of like, I don't know, they kind of look like Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons or video cards or something. I don't know. How about you? Let's get out of the way of this giant planet a little bit more. Wow, it really, really wants me to go to this. It's like multiple points of interest here on this planet. Abandoned buildings just contain nanites for me at this point. I don't really care about that. Okay, we got these two. We got the big boy. No. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to jump down to this planet because I do not want to have to deal with the pirates. That is how much I hate them. Okay, now where was I? Condensium, that's a radioactive world. I should just pick one of these and go with it. Where is it? Blue stuff on it. Sort of an interesting little... Oh, cool, okay. So this looks like it might actually be a barren planet. Excellent. Alright then, well, let's find a good place to set down. Yeah, I think this is a barren planet. Awesome. This will have lots of thamium, hopefully. Yes. Yeah, you'll know it's a barren planet when, I mean, there's a few things in the like planet report in the bottom left when you land on it, but also the fact that the music cuts out and it just gives you the desolate howling of this planet. Hello there in the chat. Glad you could join me. I am just doing the most chill of space activities right now. I'm just trying to mine, just trying to get enough thamium and plutonium and junk that I can build a bunch of warp cells and go and just do a bunch of jumps. Alright, some rare stuff here. Take that. And yeah, where did it... Okay, there we go. Excellent. These are the big scores of thamium that I was talking about. Alright. Delicious. Oops. Alright, where's some more? There's big deposits of something or other underground. That's what my scanner was picking up there. Alright. Ooh, yeah, my life support. This is really chewing through my life support. Yeah, sometimes these barren planets are harder on your life support. I guess just because they're so dang barren. They just wear you out. Alright, cool. Delicious. My ship. I don't want to wander too far from that. Oh, it's a sentinel. Sentinels, yeah, usually on these worlds, sentinels just could not care less about your presence, which is another nice thing about it. Scorpio Rising 25 in the chat asks, where am I jumping to? I am trying to get to the Galactic Hub. I only kind of recently found out about it. I was like, that sounds cool. I've done most of the other stuff that I wanted to do in this game, whereas the Galactic Hub sounds interesting and exciting. So that is where I am headed right now. And I was going to check up on my coordinates on that in a bit. Maybe once I get back to my ship, I'll put down a beacon and Alt-Tab out. I was sort of expecting there to be more thamium nearby, but that's fine. Okay. Okay, so I got another warp cell out of that. Yeah, I've got enough thamium for one more as well. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put down... I don't know if there's a better, more systematic way to do this, but I'm going to check my location in the overall galaxy map. So I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm going to disassemble that thing. Then actually, I'm just going to jump into my ship and jump out so I can save real quick here. Because what I would like to do is... hello? Oh, well, maybe I can't... Yeah, and honestly, I should have this bookmarked somewhere. So I've got this the string of info right here is what is going to tell me what my so it's going to tell me what my coordinates are. Okay, so 047C. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna grab this and then I'm gonna open it up in the Steam browser. Maybe that's a terrible idea. Actually, can I do that even? Maybe not. I'm just going to paste it in here. Okay, let's see if that'll work. Okay, yeah, let me update my location. User location. Oh gosh, I might be abusing the Steam overlay here in a way that wasn't intended. Okay, yeah, this will work. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in 047C 0081 0DDC 0092, and then that will tell me where I am relative to the Galactic Hub. Okay, cool. So yeah, this is the entire. If you know like anything about hexadecimal numbering system, you'll see that like you can read the first three. It's either like the first three or no, yeah, I think it's the first three 4-digit hex numbers here as just your X, Y, and Z location in the galaxy. And so what I believe this is doing. Yeah, and then it just maps it into the overall galaxy thing. This is an application that somebody made, Pahefu. I think they're part of the Reddit community for No Man's Sky, and yeah, they made this cool little app where it just like plots where you are relative to the hub. And yeah, like I'm actually relatively close. I think I spawned like somewhere, like I started my game somewhere out here, and I've been gradually working my way closer and closer to there. Pilgrim Star is just like, maybe it was the author of this app or something, but it's a place that's obviously on the very far side of the galaxy, so it would take a very long time to get there from here. And I don't necessarily know what's out there. It says there's only 29 jumps to the Galactic Hub, so that's pretty cool. I've definitely chipped into the overall distance that I'm... Oh, cool. I guess I can set how far my ship can jump, which I could check up on. Galaxy height in pixels, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. And then it also gives you some guidance on like where... Let's see. Okay, yeah. So actually, yeah, I need to start... this is my. It's giving me some guidance from my current location to the hub, and yeah, and now it's saying, before it was giving me like your 50, like turn 54 or something degrees to the left, whereas now I think I'm actually like closer. I've been like tacking a little too far to the, to the, I guess, I don't know, the port starboard notation. But yeah, basically I need to angle a little more to the right now when I'm looking left from the center of the galaxy. Oh yeah, and it's giving me a hint. It's saying travel directly. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. So yeah, I am like relatively close here. And yeah, I'm going to take that 40 degrees to the left figure into consideration when I do this. Can I like just bookmark this? Probably not, huh? That would be too easy. Because I'd like to be able to just bring this up in game. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Because in big picture mode, you can bring up, you have a whole web browser thing, and you can make favorites and like do Google searches and stuff. Whereas here, I think the fact that you have a functioning browser in the Steam overlay is like almost kind of accidental. Anyway, that's cool. So yeah, that's good. I'm making progress, and yeah, I want to mine. I want to get like a lot more thamium while I'm here on this barren planet. Cool, yeah. Scorpio Rising in the chat here is giving some very helpful tips and info here. Your barren planet has 3x your barren planet has 3x the gravity, hence why it's chewing your life support. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, I'm only 11k light years away. If I had an Explorer maxed, then that's only 5 jumps. I don't have like a maxed out Explorer. But I have a decent Explorer, and so yeah, that has definitely been chipping away at the number of jumps that I need. So that's cool. This looks like a big wad of thamium right here. Cool. Yeah, I'm excited. I don't necessarily know what I'm going to do once I get to the hub, but it seems like people have documented it pretty thoroughly. And yeah, I might move my base there. I might keep my base far out of the way. I'd kind of like, just for weird reasons, I'd kind of like to be able to track down my birth world, like when I started playing back in August. But that's in the opposite direction from where I've been going. But I do like the idea of getting back there eventually, like after I've visited the hub. I don't know why necessarily, but yeah. Okay. Looks like there's some rare stuff over here. Wow, that's huge. I really like the colossal scale of this planet. Like, that is a long way down. Well, I guess I'm falling. It's a long way down. And yeah, like it looks like a cave feature interrupted the terrain here. Gee, yeah, I guess I sort of unfortunately fell into a crappy... Yeah, that's going to be kind of a pain to get back up from, especially with the high gravity here. Oh well. Alright, cool. Yeah, I hope this isn't too boring for y'all, just me finding and gathering thamium, but it really is like hard enough to come by in large quantities that I just want to like grab as much as I possibly can here, because everything else you can kind of scrounge up from, playing the game in a much more normal way, whereas this is something that I feel more compelled to yeah. Oh yeah, this is the good stuff. That's the good stuff. One little tip for people who are doing this kind of grindy type stuff in this game is that you can actually hold down the use key, and as soon as your crosshair passes over an interactive object, it will just start using it. So you don't need to like continually press and unpress the use key. That's just a weird little quirk of how their interaction UI code works. But I mean, it was why I was able to do that big harvesting run. I don't know if they very intentionally intended to support harvesting stuff in big wads like that or what, but I think it's a good affordance for. That's some Heridium. Don't really care about that. Yeah, this is good. This will get me pretty far. Yeah, so I did a road trip recently. I was actually driving from the Bay Area here in California, San Francisco Bay Area, out to Death Valley. And that was quite a trip. That takes you through a lot of different kinds of landscape and stuff. And there's some really like awe-inspiring, wide-open vistas and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it sort of made me. I hadn't thought about No Man's Sky, and I played it a fair amount when the November and March updates came out, and then I'd sort of put it down for a bit. And yeah, visiting like those ridiculous, amazing, vast landscapes and stuff in real life, kind of, I was enjoying that stuff for what it was at the time, but then I was like, oh yeah, like when I get home, if I'm bummed that I can't still be out there looking at those giant landscapes and stuff, No Man's Sky is, experiencing that kind of thing in real life is very different from playing it in a video game, so I don't mean to, put them on equal footing or anything, but yeah, I do love that this game gives you that sort of out among gigantic scale, nature, for want of a better term, I guess. And yeah, Death Valley specifically, more than any other place that I've been on this planet, definitely feels like a lot of No Man's Sky planets, like on the more barren side, just because it's these giant hills that have been shaped by millions of years of geologic processes, and there's some things that you just look at and you're like, I have no idea how the land did that, how plant and animal life can exist in that sort of in such a harsh environment, but it does, and that's also pretty amazing. One of the places that I stopped by on the way back from Death Valley was a place called Mono Lake, which is in Mono County, which is a couple of counties north of Death Valley itself. And it's in a pretty different sort of climatic region. Like it's, you see like snow-covered mountains and stuff off in the distance. And yeah, Mono Lake was particularly interesting. Just, oh cool, the sun's coming up. There's really that very tall tube of Heridium there. Cool, alright. That's probably enough Thamium. I gorfed a heck of a lot of it. And thank you for sticking with me while I was doing all of that. Yeah, Mono Lake. The lake itself is it's 2.5 times saltier than an ocean, and it's not only is it super salty, but it's also incredibly alkaline. And so that makes it like very, very harsh, and only a few things have really adapted to live there. There's like brine shrimp that live in the water, and then like maybe one or two other water critters. But then there's like a fairly decent bird population. Like migratory birds pass through the area on their way to like parts as far south as Argentina and stuff like that. And then there are these interesting, very No Man's Sky-esque like rock formations that come up out of the lake that are formed from calcium, like running into the alkaline and the alkaline water and the normal water mixing. I'm going to hop out here just to save after I gathered all that stuff, just in case I crash. Yeah, so Mono Lake, it's a really interesting, weird place that manages to support life despite being a very harsh sort of place. And it's very pretty, and it's just one of the many things you'll see if you drive like from Lake Tahoe area down to Death Valley. So yeah. All right, cool. I have found a bunch of stuff. I got it. Oh wait. Do I actually want to jump out and... How close is my freighter here? Okay. And you know what? I'm going to refill my life support here just because... Alrighty. Let's get back into our ship here. And yeah, let's see what all we can. Let's see how many warp cells we can craft. Yep. All right. What do I have in this ship? Okay, none of this is specifically. Yeah, specifically warp cell crafting. Okay. Alright, so dump these in there. Oh, yeah, and I'm in a position where it's like I should really... Yeah, I guess if I had like a ton of carbon, I could go ahead and craft the suspension fluid as well. But I could probably just as easily buy that off of these folks. So let me do that. This looks like another Korvac system. Gold. Alright, yeah, let's get 3 suspension fluid. Yeah, and I probably don't need anything else. I mean, I got... Yeah, this also isn't a great price, but whatever. I'm mainly after the suspension fluid, just because it gives me like a little bit of a start without burning the carbon. Alright, that is not a good explorer. The other person left. Taken off. Coming in. There you are. That's a neat asymmetrical sort of ship. Cool, let's get some... Alright, yeah, they might sense that I'm buying them out or something. Oh, wow, that's actually... That's quite good, potentially. How much of a bonus? Okay, I get a 40% hyperdrive bonus from this. So the main benefit of this would be more slots, I guess. Yeah. And I would have to rebuild my... I'd have to rebuild all the hyperdrives. So yeah, this does not seem like it's worth it, given that I only use my Explorer for jumping. Cool. Okay, let's craft a bunch. Boy howdy. Okay, yeah, I got some juice out of that, but I still have a lot more of these other things, so why don't I try to tap that stuff out? Person seems to have a big hauler. That's fine. Have I already tapped out my Heridium? Oh no, that's right. I left a bunch of it back in the other ship. Yeah. And you know what? Yeah, I'll still get more carbon just because eventually I'll run out of suspension fluid. All right. Cool. All right, so yeah, we're getting a decent stack of those going. That might even be enough for me to make it all the way to the hub at this point, but yeah, we'll see. And shuttles I just have no interest in because they don't seem to get any particular special bonuses, which is a bummer. I'm out of Heridium. Okay, so I can go back to this and get another fat whack of Heridium. I guess I gotta jump back into this. Oh man, this is the fun stuff, the inventory management, etc. Okay, what am I lacking now? I'll make some more of these. Yeah, I'm just gonna burn my remaining carbon on this. Okay. Oh, okay, now I'm down plutonium. Cool. Alright, well that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. So I've got like 5 hyperdrives, 5 jumps in the tank here, and then like 14 out of it. Wow, I've still got a ton of thamium. That's fine. Let me just chuck some of this into, yeah, back into here. And yeah, so next time I need to jump, I can I'll be able to craft up all that stuff fairly easily. Okay, now what do I want to do here? Chrysonite, how did I get that? Cool, cool. Yeah, that's too many of those, but... Alright. So yeah, what should I do now? Let's see, I've got... Yeah, let me just do some more jumps here. Because I'm close enough. Yeah. Let's do jumps. Let me just cash in these discoveries here. Yeah, and this was the nice little barren world. I guess I could leave a... I could rename an upworld. I don't know. Hope people don't... You know, there is actually like a... I believe there is a naming convention that people use for planets like in the hub. So I should probably learn that so that I can have good planet naming etiquette. I'm kind of out still, on the faraway fringes here, so I'm not going to worry about that just yet. But yeah, there's like a naming convention that people use for planets where it's like whatever you want, and then like a few letters and numbers indicating like what can be found on the planet, so that people can easily, like when they get into an already discovered system, they can very easily okay, I went too far. They can very easily identify like what, if they're looking for a particular kind of thing, they can find out what planet they're going to, what they're going to get without having to scan the planet, go all the way down to the planet in some cases, whatever. So, and right now I'm just selecting a point that's like right at the edge of my range. All right, cool. Alright, and since I don't need anything, I think I'm just gonna, like, carry right on through here. They're always trying to... What? Oh, it's the middle of a battle, I guess, and I can't, like... I just don't want to deal with this battle right now. Yeah, and I can't call it my star map either. Oh well. That's a bummer. I'm just gonna fly into the space station. Peace. Oh yeah, since I'm streaming, I might as well like just hop through the warp and show my home planet, like my base planet. It's not much to there's not too much that's exciting about it, but it's mine, and it's cool. And maybe there's a tiny little chance that maybe someday you will come across it in your travels. I don't know. Sorry, I'm texting someone. Cool. Yeah, this is finally a dang Rygagen world. And yeah, this was the first planet that I had found. It was in the stage of the game where I was like mining. I was like trying to farm a bunch of like the most basic crafting stuff so that you can build, so you can just do all of your specialist quests and stuff like that. And yeah, like I found this planet, which is an ice planet that has like a lot of water. You can see like the coast out there. And yeah, like the oceans are reasonably rich with Rygagen, which is where you find Rygagen in the water. And yeah, and I built this base. I was like, I'm going to make my home here so that I always have a relatively easy supply of Rygagen should I need it. Yeah, and once upon a time, I had a lot more here. Like, I actually used to have the farm that you saw on my freighter. I now have it, I used to have that farm down here on the planet. And then, like, I sort of realized that it was a lot more convenient to have it up in the freighter where I could call it anytime I wanted. So there's a lot of, like, stuff that I now have up at the freighter here. And so my base has now kind of sunk down to just being, like I have a landing pad and I have all the vehicles constructed and stuff like that. But, yeah, I don't use it for that much. And so I made this goofy glass block structure. And yeah, I probably will, like, clean it up into something and like share it online eventually. I just don't necessarily know what I'm going to do with it right now. I don't know. Is there anything cool I can buy here? Oh, it's selling copper and Omegon. That's pretty sweet. Those are not easiest to come by. Oh yeah, wasn't I was in the middle of crafting a bunch of stuff. And now I'm out of plutonium. Actually, I see some plutonium right outside. Yeah, that's not gonna change the world or anything. Oh yeah, my home planet has a bunch of adorable little hopping life forms on it. This little goober. But yeah, they're all super cute. Yeah, I'm gonna go into photo mode here. Let's just check this guy out. Yeah, photo mode, by the way, is really fun. Like, you can spend a lot of time just doing goofy stuff or just doing beautiful stuff in it, but also goofy stuff, like getting a load of this guy's sort of cherub duck face thing. And yeah, he's in mid-hop. Just hopping around. These guys have the little stalk eyes. So yeah, a lot of hoppers on this world. Oh, and you can, let's see, how do you do this? Yeah, you can change the direction of the sun. Yeah, we got some flying creatures overhead. I haven't gotten like a super close look at these. Cool, okay, yeah, so that's like a sort of a thick hawk with 4 wings. 4 like kind of dragonfly wings or something. Yeah, and you can make it sort of nice and sunsetty. You can be like, I want there to be a shadow coming this way. Yeah. Cool. Anyway, yeah. Yep, my home planet's cool. Oh, and I built a big ramp. Where is it? Yeah, that's right. It's over here. I built a ramp specifically for these things. Like, this was my favorite vehicle just because it's like the fast maneuverable thing. It doesn't have that much for inventory capacity, but who cares? And yeah, I made a little... Well, I didn't quite do it that time. But yeah, I made a ramp that you can use to try to jump over the highest point on the... jump over the highest point on the base. Well, you know, close enough. But yeah, this vehicle's pretty fun. They added these vehicles in the last update. This vehicle's pretty fun to use. I really wish I could just, like, I understand why they limited it, but I really do wish that I could just whip this out on any old planet. Because I don't know, it's a tough design trade-off, because, like, you know, like, this thing is so cool, and, like, they clearly spent a lot of development effort on these vehicles, so you kind of want to be able, you want the player to be able to enjoy that coolness, like, anywhere they want, but also, you know, you don't want to completely undermine, like, on-foot navigation, like, all that stuff I was having to do, like, you know, on foot. That might almost go away if the player can just always summon in a vehicle, so I feel like they need to, I don't know, I hope they're still working on, like, the costs or something like that of, oh yeah, this lets me rename. Oh yeah, this has like a, yeah, this base got a name generated for it at last update. I don't think this guy has anything for me. Show me your blueprints. Yeah, I've already bought all these. Yep. That's fine. Okay, cool. Anyway, that's my base. Alright, let's jump back through the teleporter here. Yeah, I don't know why it has a duplicate entry for my home star thingy, but... I don't know if the person in the chat who says next update has been confirmed they're adding multiplayer is serious or not. I mean, they've been adding features that seem like maybe sort of stepping stones to a full-on multiplayer experience. I think if they did add something like that, it would have to come with a lot of trade-offs and limitations and stuff because, you know, that thing that some people say would just be easy of just adding multiplayer, you know, it would be a tremendous engineering effort. It would probably also require some web service investments and stuff. But I don't know. If that's what's on their roadmap and that's what they add, then that's cool. I'm sure that I know I would enjoy running around this with my friends. But if not, and it continues to be just a chill single-player type experience, then I'm pretty fine with that as well. I don't know. The version of multiplayer that I could imagine for this would be opt into small parties co-op, where you basically agree to share your ship and in exosuits, like persistent location. I don't know how you warp to. I don't know. It probably like they would probably solve these problems in a lot of the same ways that Starbound does. Actually, like Starbound is like a 2D. In some ways is 2D No Man's Sky and vice versa. Yeah, I'm still sucking for that plutonium. Yeah, because like, you know, you and your friend can each have your own like home star systems and home planets and bases and stuff, but you know, you're doing like local. I mean, it's not local multiplayer, but you know, you're you're opting into each other's game session. So I mean, that could be workable because you know, if at the end of the day you're only replicating player position and then like a few other objects and all the various things related to player state that only change like on the order of every few seconds rather than like the player's position and facing, which obviously is, you know, which is obviously updating a lot of times per second. I don't know, like it, yeah, like like I said, there are versions of it that I as a experienced game developer can imagine being feasible, but I don't know. There's also a whole bunch of scary tech lifting and stuff that they would have to do, so who knows. All right. Yeah, actually I should just... Okay. I'm just going to keep on warping. Alright, now let's do 40 degrees. Sure, that feels about right. Let's go a little further here. Too far. Too far. Barely too far. All right. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of just want to keep jumping here. Yeah, it's like every system does have potentially something cool in it, but, you know, at this point, I'd rather go to a place where, you know, that is going to, like, kind of fundamentally change my game experience, which it does seem like the Galactic Hub is, like, that's what that is. Oh, not quite. I'm always just trying to wring maximum... yeah. I'm always just trying to wring maximum distance out of any given jump. That's cool looking. Some kind of evil looking burning red albumin pearl. So yeah, that might be a oh yeah, actually you can see that screenshot. Sorry, I'm gonna game dev nerd out here. This little texture seam that you can see right here. I don't know how visible in the stream it is, but you can really see the cube to sphere translation that they do, because they simulate and represent the planets as cubes, you know, in X, Y, and Z axis, but then they warp it into a sphere for the purposes of like rendering and yeah, and I think simulation. I don't know. Yeah, I'm getting some of the details confused, but Innes gave a great GDC talk about how they do all that, because this game is a technical marvel as far as how they manage to do all this stuff. That's not like explicitly the reason that I keep playing this game, obviously, but it has some pretty amazing, very unique tech. Like, you know, I worked on AAA games and stuff, and like, there's a bunch of ambitious, cool things that a game like BioShock or whatever does, but like, what they've been doing on No Man's Sky is it's really different. You know, like, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's just like the way that they decided to spend their art and content budget was just really different, and I think that's maybe partly why people weren't, you know, people didn't necessarily understand what the game was trying to do when it first came out. That's a really pretty little blue planet. And that's a cool, sinister looking. Yeah, this system is actually quite picturesque. All right, well maybe I'll chill in this for a bit. Maybe at least I'll set down and check my coordinates. Oh, I think I'm close enough to this planet that I can't bring in my freighter. Maybe. There it is. Yeah, I don't know what determines like when something is and isn't a valid freighter summon location, but whatever. Oh, hello, Cheese. Hello, Valiant Cheese. It's good to see you. I'm in the middle of a long journey across the galaxy to the Galactic Hub that people are talking about on Reddit and other places on the internet. Alright, cool. Cool. Yeah, let's just pick one of these planets and set down on it. Wow, my freighter is very popular. A lot of ships landing, coming and going. I could buy them if I wanted to, but I think at this point I'm probably just saving up for like a 48 slot hauler or something, like just some kind of massive thing that I don't have to, you know, worry about upgrading. I'm interested in this blue planet just because it looks so pretty from a beacon detected. What's a beacon do? I forget. Boom. Okay, so that's a moon. For Vidium. Okay, so it's a burning hot planet. And there's a beacon. Alright, sure, I'll go to that. 20 seconds. Mako235 asks, what do you suggest is the fastest method to get to the Galactic Hub? I've been trying to do it in survival mode, and it's not so easy. Yeah, I believe it. I have not really played survival mode. It sounds like a whole other kind of difficult. I'm playing in just normal mode, you know, so really I just like... For getting to the hub specifically, I found out where I was and what general direction I needed to go. And I was close enough that I didn't really need to mess with a black hole. I don't actually know much of the particulars of using black holes to cross the really large distances. So what I've just been doing is I got an explorer ship with a nice like 40% warp distance bonus, and then I gave that like the highest level, all the levels of hyperdrive, so that, you know, because hyperdrive upgrades stack, so that gives me like a, you know, well above average hyperdrive jump distance for each jump. And I've just been making my way slowly towards the hub, and in my explorer, and then yeah, and then I have this hauler has kind of been my main ship for a really long time, and it's, you know, it doesn't have that many slots or anything, but it's just what I've been using since before the November update, the Foundation update. So yeah, okay, well, it was off-planet. It directed me to this thing, so I guess, I don't know, we'll just see what's... Grab some of this junk. These barrels that require an Atlas pass specifically. Okay, let's see what this is all about. Yeah, I really love the overhead view of the planet that you get, because it really like shows you how the planet's generated. Oh, cool. Scorpio Rising 25, who is a very experienced No Man's Sky player. Wow. Yeah, they're doing permadeath. They're doing a permadeath run at the moment. If you have a second ship, strip it down and call your freighter in front of the hole. Change to the stripped ship, and use that to jump the hole. Eventually, you'll get sort of close to the hub, and then you just need to warp 20 or so times. Oh, interesting. Cool. That's really clever. Yeah, because when you go through a black hole, it... Oh, man. These jerks. This must be like a hostile Sentinel planet, because I wasn't really doing anything. And yet, jerks showed up. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, when you go through a black hole, it carries you like a really, like, many squares of the galactic map distance, but it breaks part of your ship. Like, it damages some random component. Ah, jeez, these guys won't leave me alone. Alright, I'm just gonna, like, jump back in my ship here, because... Screw dealing with those sentinels. Yep, this is the bummer about being on a high sentinel planet. This is otherwise a very pretty planet, like... I like the Perlin worms. These are called, by the way, like, yeah, the algorithm that generates these shapes that tower up like archways above the terrain, those are called Perlin worms. Perlin being Ken Perlin of the Perlin noise algorithm fame, and the Perlin noise algorithm is what generates the terrain, or it's a variant on Perlin noise, I guess, which is one of like the staple procedural generation algorithms. So yeah, Perlin worms. Impress your friends at parties. I'm kidding, but if you have the right kind of friends, you can impress them with that. All right, it looks like there's a little crash ship thing. It's almost certainly just going to be nanites, but I'll give it a look. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, this appears to be a world of like little bipedal cows with T-Rex arms, kind of, and flat heads. What is that thing on your head? Is just... Yeah, maybe they use that to, like, batter each other, you know, like rams do or something. Fascinating. Alright, oh yeah, and the main reason that I wanted to jump down here, actually, was just to build one of these and take that screenshot, so that when I so that now I can look up where I am in the overall scheme of things. See, let me pull up my screenshots here. Okay. So now I'm going to try to... This is definitely, in non-big picture mode, this is definitely awkward. 0476 0081 0DC6 00AD. Update location. How close am I? Cool. So yeah, for people who have joined us since I last opened this thing up, this is an application made by somebody in the No Man's Sky community where you can type in this seemingly innocuous, like when I first saw this like random, code on this on beacons that you build. I didn't think anything of it. It's like, oh, that looks like a long hex. That looks like a 16-digit hex number or whatever. However, if you just take the first 3 4-digit numbers in that hex code, you get your XYZ coordinates in the overall 3-dimensional volume of the No Man's Sky galaxy. And yeah, that lets you, if you plot that on a map and you feed it enough data, then you can know where you are in relation to other things. And the thing that I am trying to get to is the Galactic Hub, which is a section of space that people have visited a whole lot, and studied a lot of things and documented a lot of things about. So yeah, I am now pretty darn close to the Galactic Hub. It says I'm 23 jumps away. Let me actually go to my yeah, now that I've got that information, I can just lift off. And I really don't want to deal with those jerky sentinels down there anymore. Where is my freighter? Oh, yeah, I guess I flew too. Guess I'm too close to the planet. Come on, freighter. Let me place the freighter. Oh well, whatever. There we go. Okay. Woo! Let's see here. Okay, yeah, Scorpio is just giving some advice on how to get higher level Atlas passes and blueprints and stuff like that. Yeah, it's all about going to those space anomalies where Nada and Polo hang out. They will give you rewards for milestones, for reaching milestones on your journey screen here. So like as you meet more aliens and do space battles and hang out on extreme planets and stuff like that and do jumps, you get these milestones, and then Polo will give you cool stuff based on that. Alright, where's my jumper ship here? Because I wanted to check. I should probably just write this down somewhere or memorize it, but I wanted to find out my exact... Okay, my hyperdrive range is 2,318 light years, yes. So if I... let's see, how do I... Yeah, let me bump that up. 2,300. Okay, now it should give me a different figure here. Okay, now it says I am only, with that new figure, it says I am only 16 jumps from the Galactic Hub. Scorpio says, try to set the local mode on the Pilgrim software. I don't know what that... Oh, set local mode. Oh, awesome. Wait, too far away. Settings, distance to appear here is 12-point jumps from your destination. Settings, distance to appear here is... I don't quite understand what that means. Oh, okay, yeah, right. So that's once I get close enough to the Galactic Hub, I'll start showing up on this map, I guess. So yeah, I think I am not quite close enough to that yet, but I probably will be pretty soon. So it looks like it wants me to, yeah, I need to go even further. It's now at 39 degrees to the left when I jump. Yeah. Yeah, Yeah, okay, so cool. I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty close. Let me transfer. Let me transfer this over to this ship. Yeah, I couldn't actually craft that much, but at this point I am pretty close. So yeah, actually, let's just lift off here. And yeah, I checked up on that. Let me log my discoveries here. Yeah, I didn't really do that much down there. That's fine. Alright, cool. Cool. Okay, let's look 34 degrees to the left. I might even want to like overcompensate here and just like go something that might be a little too far to the right. Okay, that's just barely too far, so maybe... maybe that's close enough? Yes, cool. Yeah. It also, let's see... I can't tell if it's, is it giving me guidance on... Let's just do another jump straight away here. It would also give, in the desktop browser version of this thing, or maybe they just redid it or something, it also gives you like up-down guidance, because like that whole angle thing just works for the X and Y distance, assuming that, you know, the galaxy is flat, which it is not. It's a 3D volume, so I don't know how far up or down I need to be shooting at this point. Yeah, and like the last version of it that I used gave me some guidance on like aim up a little bit, aim down a little, but I don't know. Oh, here we go. Okay, well, cool. Yeah, yeah. Turn 39.77 degrees. Yeah. Custom destinations. Yeah, and you can import destinations directly from the wiki, which is really cool. That might come in handy once I'm at the hub. Oh, okay. Okay, so maybe it's not showing anything because I am actually roughly at the level that I need to be. Cool. Okay. That's bueno. Alright, so let's just look a little in this direction and do our next jump. How's that? That's a little too far. How about that? That's still a little too far. How about this little green star? That's good. Okay. So I guess before too long, I'll start seeing star systems and planets and stuff that have been named by other players as they've come into the hub here. Yeah, it's still saying first contact here, so I believe I am the first person to have discovered this star system. But, yeah. Yeah, I mean, all of these are just kind of like little constant temptations to step off the path, and you know, there's probably something cool down on that planet. Alright. And I think after I get here, after this next jump, I will go down and put down another cool, yeah. This reminds me of like I was saying earlier when I was on the barren planet getting thamium. I was on a road trip recently from the San Francisco Bay Area to Death Valley. And you pass through a bunch of just little towns and stuff along the way. Some of them are up in the mountains around Tahoe, and then other ones are just like on the big flat expanses beneath the mountains, out in the Sierras, out by Yosemite and all that. And yeah, it's really neat. Just like I don't know, this might be like a distinctly American pleasure, but taking a long road trip and seeing like all the different places that you pass by, not just the natural landscape, but also just the little towns, you wonder about what life is like there. Probably pretty different from someone who lives in the city. And yeah, there's something cool and special about just about each and every little town, I don't know, I really like seeing like the local diners and the local businesses and the hardware store and the little post office and all that kind of stuff. It's cool. I don't know. Yeah, like people are just living their lives doing all kinds of different stuff, and it's neat. Yeah, like the United States is a really big country, and there's a lot of different kinds of people living in it. And yeah, I like seeing more of it. I don't like just being in a little bubble, in my coastal elite intellectual bubble. But yeah, I don't know. Okay, how much further can I go here? Yeah, okay. Is that too far? Yep, I'm just being chintzy here. Not quite. Alright, I'll stop being greedy. Okay. I thought I was on track that time, but... Cheese asks, there was a star with some kind of triangular indicator on it in that star view. What's that for? That is a star system with a black hole. You can only see those on the star map at a certain point in the game, I think. I think you have to have completed one of the main quests in the game. But yeah, the black holes help you get around a lot more expediently. So... yeah. I have not really used them hardly at all, just because I never really... you don't know necessarily where they're going to take you. Oh, hyperdrive has new fuel. Well, I wish I could have known that. There we go. Alright, I'm going to do one more jump, and then we'll put down a beacon and see where we are. We've got to be getting close now. Clearly I was being too greedy. Come on, just give me something a little closer. Alright, that'll do. Alright. Spooky blue star. And let's park our explorer. Yeah, I'm on my way to getting another full tank. Just don't know if I'll necessarily need it. All right. What do you think? You want to land on this planet? Temerium. Yeah, sure. I guess that will be a toxic planet. Looks like it's got some sort of water. Sort of a green and orange thing going on. Alright, pretty quiet. Let me scan for a habitable structure or something. Because I guess I would prefer to land in a place where there's a point of interest. There's an abandoned... Oh, that's off-planet. Never mind. Alright, this is a little something. No idea what it is, but... It looks like a monument. Or a... I forget what it's called. Dope. It's all the way up there. Ooh, it's extreme. It's extremely radioactive. And this is a Gek system. So by using this we will learn Gek lore, possibly some language. Yeah, and the Gek were hardcore once upon a time. They were horrible imperialist monsters. And then I guess they chilled out and became adorable reptilian Ferengi type critters. So that's, you know, there's some baggage there. Scoop up some of this plutonium here. Dude. Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot in the way of... Whoa, hi! Is this an everybody is a jerk planet? Yeah, there's not a whole lot that's looking super appealing here. I like that three-part mushroom dealy. Looks like a mace or something. Cool. Yeah, I landed in a weird spot. But my main point in coming here was to just put down one of these. It's time to once again find out where we are. Bring in the freighter here. Since it does not cost anything. Hi, guys. Sorry, life forms, entities. Don't want to crash into my own freighter. Even though you can't really, like, I don't want to have an awkward bounce off of my freighter. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's check up on. VONN. Yeah, the first four characters of the beacon location here you don't really need to worry about. 4730D A5 0094. Alright, how are we doing here? That looks pretty close. Let's go to local mode. Okay, and I think I can set the number of, like, yeah, just the size of the local mode grid. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, not quite. I guess I'm not... Yeah, but it says I'm only 10 jumps away from the hub. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I guess I'm just not quite close enough. Okay, and now I'm 40. Now I want to go 42 degrees from the center. So yeah, I think I was overcompensating a little bit. All right, how about now? I'm just really itching to see myself on the local map. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine and good. Yeah, is there anything here that I need? Probably not. Cool. Oh, interesting. And it's giving me, it says parentheses GEC, so it's telling me that it's a GEC system. That is, I think that's a recent addition. That's nice to know. All right, so if I have 4 jumps in the tank and then 5 warp cells, then that means I'm really close. So maybe like, yeah. Let me use up all my existing warp cells and then see how I'm doing. Because then that would set it up for like next time I do this stream, I could I would actually be at the hub. And I could be punking around doing cool stuff there. Undiscovered. I'm kind of itching for the day when I start seeing things that have been discovered by other players, which would be cool. Okay. How far is this? A little further, maybe. Too far. A little bit too far. Nope. Yeah, this interface is temperamental. Yeah. Sorry, I misclicked there. Okay, just a wee step back from that, maybe. Oh, come on then. I swear I'm not doing this to just be fiddly and annoying. That's got to be it. Okay. In case it wasn't clear, I'm trying to make jumps that are like as far at the edge of my range as possible, so that I have to do fewer jumps. And that little yellow line at the bottom that shows like too far to jump, you know, like the fullness of that bar shows like how close you are to how close you are to the edge of your range. And I was like, okay, surely I'll be within range now. Select another system. Surely I'll be within range now, etc., etc. So I apologize. Okay. Definitely went too far that time. Engage. Yeah, the reason that the line that says undiscovered, the reason that that takes a little longer to load up compared to the other lines is that the other lines of info on that display are can just be determined locally just by using what it knows about the universe and stuff and the generation algorithms. Whereas the undiscovered thing, it actually has to check on to a server, because when players discover a new star system or a new creature or whatever, it there's a unique number, a unique 64-bit or whatever number that is associated with every random thing in this universe, and what you're doing is basically writing your name next to that number. Okay, now I've got to gas up here. Okay. And so it has to load that data from it's a very, if you know how a database works, it's like, yeah, is there anything written next to this 64-bit number ID? And if there's not, then it's undiscovered, and if there is, then it fetches it and displays discovered by Alice, Bill, whatever. Alright, so at this point, I probably am within, like, 3 or 4 jumps of all of this business. So I kind of want to jump a little bit more carefully. Alright. One thing I don't like about I kind of don't like how frequently you warp into a system and see a freighter group already there. I kind of wish that was a little bit more of a rare occurrence, just because it makes it feel less special with the frequency as it is right now. Oh, okay, I don't have enough iridium. Yeah, okay, so I could easily crunch these into warp cells. Alright, I'm going to do one more jump. And then we'll check. We'll see how far we are from the hub, because we've got to be getting very close at this point. A little bit further out. Cool. Scorpio asks, "Do you know what to look for when you approach the hub?" I do not, actually. I honestly have no idea. Haven't read about it in great depth. All right. Okay, so I've now done, yeah, I forget exactly how many jumps I've done. I guess I would have done 7 jumps, and it said I was like 9 or 10 away, so Let me just switch out here, back to my freighter. I guess I'm too close to that station. Okay, Scorpio is telling me to show my star map when I get out of warp, please. Sure. Okay, yeah, Scorpio, what am I supposed to look for here? I know that the stream is like, 10 to 20 seconds behind here, but, let's see. Yeah, at some point I'll be able to just, at some point I'll just be able to start seeing system names and stuff. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, I can scan for players. Maybe the hub is nearby. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I do kind of want to just save my game now. But then, yeah, we can hop right out and... I love my freighter's design. It looks like a cool, like, kind of Superstar Destroyer thing, but I don't like these towers that stick up, because I always think I'm going to hit them, even though I don't. Yeah, okay, so chat is saying I'm pretty close, 2 or more jumps, but I need to fine-tune direction. Another signal booster, maybe, yeah. Yes, let's definitely do that. So actually... let me go and get some more of the Heridium out of this ship. Okay, now I should be able to craft a few more antimatters. Oh, now I'm out of zinc. Alright, yeah, let's not worry about this right now. Let me just do what people were saying to do and... yeah, dump some Heridium in there. Yeah, now let me hop out. Let me peek at the galaxy map here real quick. Let's see. So I forget how it is that one finds players. Path towards waypoint. Core. Let's see. Scan for discoveries. Select nearest. Yeah, what is this? Okay. Has this been discovered by anybody? And then can I select nearest to me? Is that how that works? No, okay, so it's telling me to go here. Okay, and that's actually very close to where I am, right? This is where I am? Yes, okay. Okay. All right. I think at this point we can certainly do a beacon and... Yeah, what's a close planet? Sure. This looks pretty barren. Not that it's super important to land near a point of interest or anything. Yeah, I guess if I needed more thamium, I could certainly... Oh, and these are those... These must be like deposits of copper or something. These weird little arches. Oh, it's nickel. Okay. Weather is mellow. It sure is. Okay. So, let's see. Crew. Okay. Okay, let's do our little dance once again and get our location. Zero 04620081 D7B 01DE. All right, how are we doing here? Oh, it looks like, yeah, it looks like we overshot a little bit here. So why isn't it showing me in local mode? That's odd. Local mode, update location. Yeah, I mean, it kind of looks like it does sort of look like I overshot to the west, I guess, in galactic terms. I'm to the southwest of it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, 6.81 degrees to your left. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess. And then 3 jumps. So yeah, and I'm only 1565 from the hub. Okay, well. Ah, crap, I gotta refill here. Oh no! Hold on, I gotta put some plutonium in the launch thrusters here. Like you do. Alright, we're getting close though. We're getting close. Okay. I just didn't want to have to worry about takeoff and landing costs there. Oh, and there's some more on the way. Okay. Fill that up. And sure, might as well fill that up. Kaboom. Okay, 6 degrees to my left. Okay, so it's going to be like over this way. That is 78.6. Okay, all right. And I've only got one jump left in my hauler's hyperdrive here, so. There we go. Okay, 6 degrees. This away. Okay, this many light years. That's a little too far. Okay, so maybe that's even overshooting it. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, I think if I jump... Well, okay. Scan for discoveries. And it should find a lot. You're very close. With your next jump, head in the direction over the hub. What you're looking for is a group of stars that are in a voidish area. It will be a large cluster. It looks like a multi-level Christmas tree. Interesting. Alright, looks like it's still scanning. Interesting. Yeah, thank you so much for the advice here, Scorpio. This is very it's neat to be able to experience this with an old hand, an experienced player. Oh, okay, yeah, I see. This is okay, yeah, that's these little I don't know if you can see this on the stream, but there's this little X-shaped like animated effect coming off of this star, and that means that somebody's been to it before. Now, yeah, I can't tell if yeah, at this point I'm getting a little bit turned around here. And yeah, I'm not seeing like a ton of those yeah, this is that place by Hyper Viper that I've already discovered. Okay, let me jump back to my current location here. Okay, so I'm going to go 6 degrees and then forward about 1,000. Oh, that might be it. Maybe. How far is this? 1570 something light years. Yeah. You want it to read 166 500 light years. Yeah. And there's like a big pocket of space right here. It's interesting, like reasoning of like it's a very 3D sort of phenomenon here. Yeah. Yeah, I wish there were more things that had the little, yeah, there's this thing. But I think this might be a little further. You're still about 100k too far out. Oh, okay. So where am I? No, that's not me. I'm trying to like orient myself relative, like, you know, in all this flying around I've been doing. I'm trying to orient myself relative to where I am now. Okay. Geez, yeah. It's hard to get it. Okay, so I was relatively close to the. Okay. What is that? Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, I think I actually want to be closer to the center. Yeah, I'm definitely starting to see a lot more discoveries, though. Is this too far out? No. Okay, and that's too far. So yeah, I think I might actually be... What? Nick Laren. So... The thing is, when the view moved... let's see... Okay, well that's pretty close to the edge of my jump range. Is that too far? Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'll definitely use this thing discovered by Nick Laren. All right, so let's jump there, and then we can have another scan, and hopefully we're only like a short distance. It's definitely a bit fiddly. Like the interesting thing about all of this is that you're doing something that the developers... this is not really supported by the developers at all. Like, the game gives you, like, one 4-part number, and then players are kind of using it to figure out something that's, like, way more, you know, advanced and stuff. I don't know, it's a... Okay, how are we doing here? What's the nearest... Well, yes, that's my current location. Show me something else. Okay, there's that. Okay, wow, this is something that somebody discovered back when the game was first launched. But I don't know if that's necessarily in the right direction, right? Maybe. Actually, I'm going to see, just because it's pretty rare for me to have been in a star system that... other people have been to before, and I kind of wanted to see if Nick Laren here had named any planets. Undiscovered, and I'm pretty sure that means undiscovered by anybody. Yeah. Undiscovered. 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 Okay, well, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, I gotta figure at this point I'm getting quite close. Yeah, I'm still not at that 166.5k figure that Scorpio is saying in the chat. Am I like way out of range here? Yeah. However, like, I don't know, if I keep... Captain Shen. Okay. Oh, yep. Okay. Cool. This is it. Yeah. They're using the naming convention, the star system, and whatnot naming convention. Okay. Cool. Yep. Hub. Blah blah blah. Discovered by. Yeah. These have all of these star systems seem to have been discovered by various people. And actually, yeah. Let me search for discoveries here, and probably most of these will light up. I mean, this is. We're at least looking at like an outside edge of it, if not like the meat of it. How about this? Toy barn. I'm getting to see everybody's little handles. Cool. Wow, yeah, this is amazing. Yeah, it's very populated. Okay, yeah, and that big code that they're that big long code that is after the name there is they're explaining what's there. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So at this point, I can add a waypoint, and I can be like, yes, this is where I want to get. Whoa. What's it doing? Okay, this is where I am right now. Okay. So yes, I am actually quite a ways to path towards waypoint. Now, is this going to tell me, like... Yeah, so I do still have several jumps to go, it kind of looks like. Keep going. And that's too far. Alright, but that is the right direction. And unfortunately, I might need to fuel up before I make that final stretch. Yeah, alright, let's just go to this little... Okay, and am I now out of hyperdrive juice? I think I am. I can probably very easily remedy that. I can probably just stop in for some, yeah, mainly what I need here is, well, yeah, I've got plutonium. Oh, I just need zinc. Yeah, so that's very achievable. Path towards waypoint. Yeah, I don't like that it just seems to be giving me, like... Yeah, alright. I just need to gas up before I can do anything seriously here. Yeah, I totally agree that people do this pilgrimage, because it's not. I think one of the things that makes it meaningful is that these distances to cross are like non-trivial in game terms, and it's not necessarily easy. So, you know, like in World of Warcraft or something, you know, there's a lot of places that are like, you know, not trivial but like relatively easy to get to. You know, and so everybody goes there because it's cool looking or whatever, and that's neat. You know, that's like building an amusement park or something that, like, you know, everybody can get to and whatever. And it's in the middle of a country, so everybody can easily drive there, whatever. But I do kind of like that. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to hop out and get some zinc. And now I just need to like scrape for a few more resources so I can get the last few warp jumps I need. Yeah, sure, might as well get more of this. Yeah, let's definitely get more of this. Oh wait, yeah, might as well check on your. You just never know. I'm always tempted to like check out their starship because, like, yeah, wow, this thing is a monster. Yeah, and it's only a B-class hauler, so there's cooler than this even around. But yeah, you never know, like when you are talking to a life form, whether their ship is like this amazing, like, you know, top tier sort of thing, or if it's just like a puny little, you know, not worth caring about kind of thing. Okay, let's make some more space gas. Okay. Okay. And yeah, what are we lacking for the last few? Let's see. I need some plutonium. Alright, I mainly need plutonium. Yeah. Which can be relatively easily acquired if I need to. Okay. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, also I was going to just log these. Just because I have been covering a lot of ground. Although as I get closer to here, I'm actually going to be a little more like thoughtful about my star names. Just because the hub, you know, I'm kind of leaving a more permanent mark on something that people will see. Alright, so let's jump out here and see how close we are. Okay, so path towards waypoint. What I would really like to do is, yeah, like, I appreciate that they're like connecting the little dots here, but I don't understand why it's jumping around so much. Like when I say path to waypoint, yeah, I don't know. Let's see, how close is this? How are we doing here? 166, blah, blah, blah. Oh ho, here we go. Yes. Okay, cool, yeah. Okay, and this was my waypoint, I guess. And I can now jump here. Yeah, okay. Cool, it's not actually at the edge of my range. So there's a Christmas tree shape. Yeah, this must be the Christmas tree shape. Yeah. I totally see it. That's amazing. Cool. This is something... Oh my gosh, yeah, and all the little sparklies. Amazing. Cool. Alright, well, yeah, I am now one jump away from the hub here. That's pretty exciting. What I'd like to do is find the capital star of the hub and just like... because there is a specific star, which is where the hub was founded. I forget what all it's called. Tall Mountains Rainforest. Interesting, yeah, people have named it for like specific distinguishing features here. Phaedrus 3000, I wonder if that's an Idle Thumbs reference. Yeah, cool. Gosh, well, we're... At this point, yeah, this might actually be a terrible tease, but this might be a good point to stop streaming. A, because I'm just getting tired, and B, because there's a whole bunch to read about on the hub, and it might be better if for next stream I do of this if I read up a little bit first on what all is cool to see and do in the hub, and then I can be kind of a tour guide. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, to finish though, I would like to go to a particular planet. Just land on a planet that somebody else has discovered. And I don't know, yeah, just like maybe see their... find one that's been named by somebody using that convention so I have some idea of what to expect. Doc White. Discovered by Gerbil. Dark Falls. Yeah. Cool. Undiscovered. Interesting. So, I mean, I guess that's one that I could warp here and discover it, but I don't know. There's a few of these that are undiscovered, actually. Yeah, okay, that's Dark Falls. Okay, yeah, there's no other info about that. Oh, this was discovered only like a week or two ago. Yeah, I kind of want to find one of the ones that somebody discovered like long enough ago that the Ocho. Sure, yeah. All right. I don't want to spend any more time searching for something. Cool, okay. Apparently there's a system called Jellyby or the likes near here. Oh, okay, okay, yeah. So Scorpio's describing something in terms of how the playa, or the playa. Cool. Okay, Spidonium, so it probably does mean... Oh, cool. Yeah, alright. Somebody's base has been detected. Yeah, let's definitely go see their base. Awesome. Okay, and yeah, what is this planet? Toxic Avenger. Yep. Awesome. Okay, well, we've crossed a very long distance to find the hub, but we're basically here. And yeah, let's go check out somebody else's base. Like, probably even just watching this stream, if you haven't played it before, gives you an idea of like just how vast and ridiculous the procedural galaxy of this game is. So the idea of finding somebody else, you know, in that vastness is pretty unlikely, and so that's one of the cool things about this hub is that people have actually figured out a way to find each other a lot more reliably. So yeah, cool. Also, I might get an achievement, like a Steam achievement for this. Toxic Avenger. Oh man. This is amazing. And yeah, that looks like a bunch of hostile creatures or something. Oh cool, yeah, these are creatures that have been discovered by... what's your name again? Kilteroff. I like unicorns. Interesting base. Oh, these are messages that other people have left. Yeah, cool. Very nice. Yeah. Came for the Raigage and stayed for the base. That is a really cool base. That is a wicked cool base. Yeah, they've got like the geodesic domes and like multiple curved modules. So yeah, this is using some of the construction parts that I think are only available in the most recent update. Yeah, and actually, like, it's not a harsh planet. It said Toxic Avenger, so I was thinking that it was maybe going to be like all harsh, but it's not killing me to be here. Amazing. What can I do? Is there like a guest book or something? Guest planet mainframe. Register your visit. Sure, yeah. Oh, nice. I got a little decal. Oh, man. That's just awesome. Okay, yeah, and there's multiple floors to this base. This person has like a hardcore nip bud farm growing. So yeah, this might just be the 420 Blaze It of bases, of which there are many, I'm sure. Yeah, this geodesic dome construction piece is really cool. Yeah, this is awesome. Okay, yeah, and it's like a cool glass scenic window into another room. And then you go up here, and yeah, there's more nip buds. Tasty. Okay, and then yeah, you can go in here. Okay, yeah, this is just all grow rooms. Yeah, so clearly this gives me a clear idea of what I should do to my own base to make it like cool for other people to find, even though it's not at the hub. Yeah. Cool. All right, this is just a big curvy labyrinth of different Oh, hey, buddy. Do you have special? Alright, yeah, what do you got here? All stuff that I already own. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, nice. And I guess I can use the trade terminal here. That's nice. That's a nice little amenity to provide for guests. Cool. Yeah, and it's selling normal stuff. What did I need? Oh, yeah, I needed plutonium. Oh, wait, I can't interact with this? Or... Oh, no, yeah. Oh, I can only sell. Or no. Okay, yeah, I can buy. That's right. Cool. Yeah, and I guess I will be jumping around a lot in the hub, so might as well stock up on a few basics. Cool. Well, yeah, let's leave, what are they called again? This person whose base this is. I'm going to take a screenshot of that just to document it. Yeah, let's leave them a message. Let's leave this. Gosh, yeah, wow. What does one say after all this time? Do I not have iron? Oh, right, because I'm using my silly ship that doesn't actually have much in it. Alright, that should be plenty of iron with which to build one of these little terminals. Cool, okay. And yeah, what do I want to say? We're underneath the terrain. Gosh, yeah. Gosh, yeah. I think I want to find I want to find out, actually. I want to find out where... Oh yeah, I guess I can't. Yeah, I can't quite. This was the world that I was born on, that I started my game on. I don't. I guess I can't. Yeah, I can't quite. I can't find that. I can't display the territory that is in, like the general region of space that is in, from this interface. But I am going to write down the name of it. Neocade. Rejar Neocade. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm going to include that in my message. Whoop. Okay. JP and stream friends traveled all the way from... Oh, that's my character limit. Okay. All right. I wonder, yeah. Yeah, sure. I'm sticking with that. May your words aid and give solace to passing travelers. Cool, okay. And now is that going to show up as another one of these little dealies? Yeah, sure. And then could I re-edit my message, or... Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I just wanted to, like, I don't know, I guess I could put down another one of these. If I really had more to say. Or could I? Okay, yeah, and I could tear that one down as well. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to include my home star in there just in case, I don't know, like maybe that's meaningful. Well, cool. I think this is a pretty good spot to end on. This is a very pretty planet. So my hat's off to you, Kilteroff. You found a cool planet to build a base on in the hub. Maybe I'll find a new little system and start a base there. But yeah, I think that's a good. I'm gonna stop streaming for now. I've been going for a few hours now. But yeah, thanks for joining me on this weird. I didn't expect that I was necessarily going to reach the hub today, but thank you so much, Scorpio Rising 25, for all of the sage advice about reaching the hub and all kinds of other No Man's Sky things. That's very useful. And yeah, thanks everybody else for tuning in and commenting, and yeah, just being a companion on this journey to this weird place. But yeah, I think that's about all I've got for now. Let me jump in my ship and save here. Yeah, we came from Rejarniocade to say hi. Whoop. Alright, now I'm going to jump out so that I can save. And yeah, I guess that'll be it. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, folks. It's been fun. And yeah, I'll see you next time, and maybe we'll tool around the hub and see what kind of interesting things we can find. Thanks again. Yeah, have a good one, folks. Bye.